Mute.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hey, so good to see you all. Not sure how many people we're going to have here today. I had quite a few signups from a lot of people I don't know. So I think this could be, I'm not sure if they're going to attend or watch the replay, how that's going to work, but we'll see who comes. Before we jump in, we'll kind of give it just a moment. I'm excited to talk about this subject because it's something that I think is
I
very,
think it's perfect too, just in case.
I think it's something that's really important to talk about, especially for mindful entrepreneurs, to come up with ways to utilize AI. That definitely is becoming a big part of the social media scene these days, but doing it with intention. So I think that's really what the purpose of this is. As my agency has adopted using AI in our social media, we also have seen the good and the bad sides of it. And with our experience, we wanted to share that with you to help you learn how to utilize AI in a way that still feels authentic to you and it's beneficial. So I think I am going to go ahead and hop in and start the content though right away, because we do have a lot to cover and I want to make sure that I'm able to give you as much information as I can in the time that we have today. But if anything comes up, you have big questions, I'm able to see everyone here. Definitely, throw a hand up, drop something in the chat. Let me get my chat up as well so that I can see that. And yes, definitely ask questions and I hope you enjoy this. So Streamline and Shine, automating your way to social media success. I am Erin. I am the founder of Soultivity Studio, a digital marketing agency specializing in making social media feel good and aligning this with soulful entrepreneurs. Because social media sometimes just doesn't feel aligned for soulful social media. For soulful entrepreneurs. I apologize. I'm getting tripped up on my words today. I'm a little congested and stuffy, so it's not the best day for this for me, but I'm just gonna sip my tea and enjoy through this. That's what I'm gonna do. So section 1, talking about harnessing AI for effortless idea generation. And this is really where I want to start and just talk about the difference between AI generated content and using AI to help you generate your content. I actually had a conversation with our copywriter just yesterday where I asked her, like, how is it going for you working with ChatGPT? And she's like, honestly, it's been slowing me down a lot recently because I can't get it to have quite the right soulful approach that our clients expect from us. So what she's been doing instead, I'm going to show you in just a minute. So it's time to establish your business. What I recommend is creating this type of outline for yourself, for your business. I'm a blank. So in this example, I'm a wellness coach specializing in doing whatever the action is that you do, specializing in holistic health for busy professionals. Tell it who your target audience is, and then how you help them. I help them overcome, boost energy, find balance through personalized plans, including nutrition, exercise, and mindfulness. And this is the personality of my brand. So you want to be able to get a little bit of that heart and soul to come through in this. This isn't going to give you your caption. This is going to give ChatGPT what it needs in order to give you the prompts to come up with your captions. So what I would do is start by just putting that into ChatGPT and say, I'm looking to create 31 different content ideas for May for my Instagram page. And here's what you should know. So you put the rest of it in. Where did my mouse go? Sorry, my mouse has disappeared. Maybe I shouldn't do these during Mercury retrograde, but that's okay. So then you put that in and it'll come up with 31 different content ideas for you. Now, going off the back of what I talked about yesterday with my copywriter, I went into ChatGPT this morning, was playing around with it. And I put in that same prompt that we used in the example there, except for a little bit different. I kept giving it more context because that's ultimately what ChatGPT needs in order to really understand what you're looking for. And instead of just asking for, I'm looking to write a post about yoga for stress relief. Well, sure, ChatGPT could write a very generic post about yoga for stress relief. I asked it for the framework instead, where it says, introduce a simple yoga routine or pose that helps reduce stress and promote relaxation. Include step-by-step instructions or a short video demonstrating the pose. Encourage followers to try it out and share their experience. So this is where you can also add your experience with the pose. And you're encouraging that conversation in the comments. So instead of just doing the one where it says, I'm a wellness coach specializing in la-da-da-da-da, I included, help me create a spreadsheet for my social media content. In one column, tell me which content pillar this represents. In the next column, tell me the post prompt. In the next row, give me the framework to create an effective post for that specific prompt. That is all I gave it to really put this into an easy to follow day-by-day content plan for somebody. And then I added in my content pillars, which if you've been in my webinars before, you've probably heard me talk about. If not, definitely check out my YouTube channel because there are lessons on how to create your content pillars to help making your content creation a little bit easier. So then you can just, move this into your own spreadsheet. You can just keep this, refer back to it in ChatGPT. There's a lot that you can do. And this just gives you that framework where day by day, you know what to do. So then let's go back to this, present. Now, like I've said already here, using AI to help you create the prompts, not replace your prompts. I've seen so many reels and posts recently where it talks about, I want ChatGPT to clean my house and do my dishes, not take away the fun, creative tasks that I have on my plate. And while some people love writing, some people don't love writing, I agree with that. And I think that your message that you have inside of you, it should shine. It should come out of you in an authentic way. And ChatGPT alone can't do that, no matter how much nuance, no matter how much context you give it. So helping it to support you is going to be what you want to do. So you want to make sure you're blending it with human insight, refine, just keep hitting that refresh button sometimes when it just isn't quite right, whatever the prompt is to give to you, or give it even more context to say, oh, this is what I'm looking for. That was good, but this is what I'm looking for. I don't know. I always like to be nice to ChatGPT just in case one day, you never know what's going to happen. Making sure that you're putting that emotion and staying true to your brand voice and then continuing to experiment. I think that ChatGPT, since it was launched in, I think, November of 2022, it's continued to evolve month after month after month. And the ChatGPT we are using today isn't the same one we were using a month or even 2 months ago. So continuing to refine your process, make sure it works for you and it feels aligned. So those are my biggest things, is that when you're working with ChatGPT, you need to give it context and all of the nuance you possibly can, because especially on social media, nuance is so hard to convey in a little blurb or in a 30-second video. So getting as much as you can into putting as much nuance into your posts is important. So then when you're starting your content idea journey, you want to start to think about how to save bulk batches of inspiration. I will always recommend that you do not save it in your apps. I will tell you there's no better way to get distracted from what you're doing is than to open Instagram, open Facebook, open TikTok, and you'll see something that grabs your attention because that's what all the content creators out there are trying to do. You're going to get sucked in, you're going to start scrolling, and 30 minutes later, you're like, what did I come in here for? I don't even remember. Oh, I was supposed to create content. I don't have time for this anymore. Then it's another day without getting that inspiration. So what I always recommend doing is, saving when you are creating content, save your content ideas in different places. The Notes app in your phone, Google Sheets docs. You can use in-app saving. I don't recommend it. I don't, but it's there. It is an option. So start off when you're looking for content. Seek out time to do this. Schedule it. Put it on your calendar, recurring Monday at 12 p.m. I'm always going to be doing my social media then, and tracking your progress, because that is going to help you stay motivated. There's nothing better to deter you than to think you're not getting anywhere when you actually are. I promise you, if you're going through the motions and you're continuously showing up, you're doing better than you think you are. So don't forget to look at your analytics. So how do we? I think I'm okay. I thought there was another slide here. So what I recommend to do is to start to create a day for each of the things that you have to do. I think I'm probably getting ahead of myself, and now I'm questioning it. I'm going to pop out of here because I can. Okay, yes, that is at a different point. So I apologize for that. Like I said, I'm not having the greatest mental clarity today with these allergies, but seek out the inspiration. We'll just go on with the slide deck. I'm going to let this guide me. Section 2. So simplify content creation with templates. Templates change the game. It makes everything so much easier. In Canva, when you're creating graphic templates, you can set them and go back to them time and time again. What I did earlier today was I went in to Canva and I said, okay, I just chose one of the designs that popped up for me right away. Your templates don't have to be crazy. They don't have to be over the top. This is just one simple one from Canva. I adjusted it to my brand colors. And now I would go ahead and delete that one. And this is going to be one of my templates. I could go ahead, create another one that's in alignment with it, change it to my brand as well. And then I would go ahead and click share. And here I'm going to click on the more option. So you can do this as a brand template. I see an aha moment happening over here. So you can just go ahead and save this as a brand template. So then you would choose what folder you want it to go in. So I'm going to choose this brand template example that I created earlier and add it to that. Now I'll hit publish and it's there. I can just copy this here and save it in with my social media stuff in my Google Docs folder, whatever I want, or I can go back into Canva later. I'm gonna refresh this page, go to projects. And here we see my brand template examples folder. And we see, well, we should see it. I don't think that it has a officially updated. There we go. Use this template. And now I'm using the template. So anything I do in here is not going to edit the original one. This is going to be, my amazing quote. And I'm going to adjust that. We're going to make it way bigger. Let's do that. Now I could go ahead and share it. And now when I go back though, I still have that original brand template to use. It makes things so much easier. You don't have to recreate the wheel every time you go into Canva. You're going to create 4 or 5 designs that you love, that are simple, that are easy to execute for you, and keep going back to that same thing and updating it all the time. So definitely, I recommend that when you are creating graphic templates. And you see the ones that we included here. They're not the most, ornate, the most difficult. They're simple. Social media posts do not need to be over the top. Simple is better. So then you can also use video templates. And this is one thing that I find a lot of people don't know about. The ones that I recommend the most are Instagram, TikTok, and CapCut. CapCut is my preferred out of app video editing tool, where you're able to, edit the videos, save them all in one place, and then push them out wherever you want them to go without worrying about watermarks, anything like that. It's a really, user-friendly app to edit within. And then you're also able to use their templates. And CapCut can be used on your desktop or on your phone. So whichever you prefer, it's totally free. Definitely worth looking into. So all of these, though, have templates. And so a lot of even the meme reels, things like that you'll see Soltivity post and other people post are all in the CapCut app. So that's a really fun thing. I didn't share my sound before this, so let me go ahead and see if I can come up with how to share my sound. I forgot about that. I apologize. I'm going to stop my share and I'm going to reshare it because that's how I know how to do it. Let's go advanced. Let's go computer audio. Okay. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear my sound or not. And ultimately, it doesn't terribly matter if you can or can't. So this is an example of creating one of the templated videos. What you're usually going to do is either use photos or videos that are already in your camera roll. You would have had a session where you're maybe filming something that's happening just in little bursts. You can use live photos if you have an iPhone, and it'll add the motion that's in the live photo to it. So what I'm going to do here is just go through and show you how this works. So look here, and this is in CapCut. So we're just going to go in, select a few of the photos or the small videos. So that syncs the videos with all of the transitions. You don't have to do a thing with those, and it syncs those transitions to the music. So now you can also go in, add any of your text, anything like that you want to over it, and you're able to create your own reel really quick and easily. So I definitely recommend playing with that. I have another example of it in, this one's in the Instagram editor. And, sorry. So we're just, again, going to go through and select the little video clips that we want to add to this. And you can see that that one's definitely customized for us. We added our own text to it, just little video clips that, you can easily do those throughout your day, throughout little motions. If you have a little photo shoot that you do with your team, you can add those to it. I would definitely just recommend play within it. Any of the apps that you go into, when you go into Instagram, when you go to create a reel, you'll see up at the top where it says templates, and you can just click on that and scroll through and find all sorts of different templates. The thing with it, you can't change everything about it. If it asks for 5 photos or videos, you have to provide the 5 so that all the transitions and things happen. You can't really change the music to it because it's set to the music, but you can change some of the wording and things like that with it. So then, next part, implementing batch production for efficiency. This is where I was thinking that next thing was a while back. So what I recommend is breaking it into different days. When you take one day and you sit down and you're like, okay, I need to record a reel today. and you think about it, you scroll your phone, you find something that you're like, this inspired me, I know what I'm going to do now. And then you film it. And then you sit back down, you edit it. And then you have to write a caption for it and post it all at the same time. It takes so much more energy than if one day you're like, okay, today's my inspiration day. And I'm going to scroll and I'm going to save these links that inspire me in my dedicated place, preferably off of your social media app, in your Google Doc, in your Notes app, whatever it is. And then the next day you say, okay, it's filming day today. I'm ready to film. And you can just change your shirt if you want it to look different for different days. But you film. And it's easy to stay in that headspace. When you're changing tasks, it's so easy to get distracted and be all over the place. So filming day, it's a big time to just, focus and on the filming. For me, that's the hardest one. Well, it's definitely the hardest one because I don't do the editing. Thank goodness Fabiana is joining us today. She's my fabulous video editor. And she does all of that hard work. For me, filming is definitely the hardest day. So that I can just have that weight off my shoulders, save it all to a folder on your phone and go back to it when you're ready for it. Editing day, when you can sit down, you're in the mindset again of, okay, I'm editing. What is my message? This is really where you want to connect those dots to take what happened in the video content into the messaging. Writing day, that could even be your full captions, all of your captions that go along with your posts, things like that. To me, that writing day isn't as difficult. I can usually find something to connect with on a reel once it's already filmed, edited, put together. And then scheduling day. I do recommend using a scheduler if you can, because it just will make things so much easier. And we're going to go into that in just a second as well. So if you schedule it all and then then you can just breathe your sigh of relief, step back and not have to worry about it for another week, another 2 weeks, another month, however far out you are able to go. So, trying to set out time blocks that work for you is definitely what I recommend. Scheduling it every Monday at 3 p.m. is my day to do it, or whatever comes up for you. Filming on days when you feel good. I'll often do that when I don't have a workout planned in the afternoon. When my workout gets done in the morning, I have my hair done by like midday, and if I plan on going out to dinner, something like that. Once I'm ready, I can just pop in, film a quick couple of reels when I'm feeling good about myself, and that I know that my reels are going to look good. Now, granted, if you don't care about looking good in your reels, which I think honestly adds to a little bit of the authenticity, because I will tell you, I am a tech gremlin 4 out of 5 days of the week in my yoga pants with my hair in a messy bun. And sometimes those reels show up too, because I'm in the moment and I'm ready to record, and that's how it is. And I think that's also authentic to myself in my digital marketing agency. So making sure that it's authentic for you too. And focusing during your batch creation days. I cannot tell you how many times Instagram gets deleted off of my phone and then re-downloaded later, because it is the most distracting app to me ever. I will open it without even realizing it. So I just delete it off my phone. Using a computer to pull up your inspiration, if you put it in a Google Doc, in a note, whatever it is, if you can access it off of your phone on your computer, there's something about sitting down at your computer that you're able to, put the phone in a drawer, not look at it. It's going to make it a lot easier to film your content in the right headspace without getting distracted. And then I also recommend to film on your phone and not necessarily in your apps. I know that TikTok has this amazing, just natural filter that makes you look so amazing, like right away. But I still recommend filming off of your phone, not an app, because it is going to be easier later when you're trying to cross post to other platforms. If you have all of that and it's edited in your phone, versus on TikTok, you're going to have to download it without the watermark, it's a whole thing. So the more you can keep on your phone and not in the apps, the less distracted you're going to be. And then talking about automating, scheduling, and cross-posting. So here, there's so many benefits of content management tools. And I know that this, if you are a sole line business where you're just getting the downloads and you're posting, this might not be for you. But if you are a more regimented business plan where you want to plan in advance, things like that, this is definitely going to be something that will help you to stay ahead and stay consistent on social media. So these are different types of tools that will work: content planning tools, content creation tools, content scheduling tools, and content distribution tools. We're going to jump into some options that I have for them before we do that. So the ones that I'm going to focus on here are Google Docs, Asana, Metricool, and Trello. So Google Docs, I love them. We literally use them for everything in Soultivity Studio. They're a great place. You can, save those links from the videos or posts that you see on social media to go back to them later for your inspiration. You can use them for your copywriting. You can use, Grammarly. So because I am a terrible speller, so I make sure that, those documents are properly written. And they just integrate seamlessly with other management tools in Google Workspace. Asana, if you have a team that you're working with, can be a really great task or content management tool where you're able to create different tasks. Say, I know that Chelsea and Lolita work together. So Chelsea is going to say, well, we need to create the content for this month. And she's going to assign Lolita a filming day to film some of it. Within Asana, they can communicate right between the two of them and then set up like workflows and features to just help them communicate, make sure that they know what's going on. Chelsea will, click off when she says, okay, this has been done for the month. And then Lolita say, okay, filming's been done for the month. And it just helps them communicate back and forth. So if you have people that you're working with, Asana can be great for that. Canva, I can't recommend enough. I think everyone knows it. I love Canva. And it's such a mainstream tool now that most people are familiar with it, using it for graphic design, for your brand kit. And also you can use it for scheduling too. It's not my preferred scheduler, but if you have it and you have the pro version and you don't want to pay for anything else or worry about anything else, Canva is a great option for that. And then Trello, it's similar to Canva, but there's a little bit more of the visual organization into it. This, I would say, there's so many different programs that you can use for content organization and planning. There's Monday, there's ClickUp, there's Airtable. Find what works for you. But if you're one of those people that kind of needs something to keep everything organized, definitely think about using one of those. And I see that Becky just asked, can you use Canva to schedule reels? I don't believe so, because Canva doesn't have API that automatically pushes it through. And I don't think they have the notifications on their app that pop up. But Alvez is here, and he is my Canva expert on my team. So Alvez, if you have additional information about that, could you drop that into the chat if you're able to? I'm not sure if he's joining, or if he's just listening while at school or something like that. But I don't think you can schedule reels through Canva. All right, so using the scheduler, this is going to be what I always recommend. Schedule it, make it a habit, track your progress, because again, we always think we're doing much worse than we actually are. The one that I'm recommending the most right now is Metricool. Metricool has a fantastic free offering that is, you can schedule for multi-platforms. You can see analytics of how your posts are doing, what times your audience is online. You can see the post previews, you can see calendar view, you can, there's a lot that you can do within the free version. And this is the one that has really made a big impact on the social media industry in recent years. If you're looking for something to help you with it, this is what I recommend. I'm going to pop into my personal planner that we use. So this one isn't Metricool, this is Sched Social. The only reason I don't recommend it in this is because ultimately it's more expensive, and it has a lot of bells and whistles that the normal average person that's just posting probably doesn't really need. But it is a fantastic platform that I do recommend, that I would recommend. But so when you use a scheduler like that, instead of posting to, your one post to Facebook, and then your post to Instagram, and your post to TikTok, and your post to all these different platforms, you can upload it here and change it for the appropriate platforms. So here, sneak peek of my post tomorrow. We have this Facebook post scheduled, ready to go. And this one, you can see at the bottom, especially, it's tailored more for Facebook. We have a few hashtags in there, but this post has been tailored for Facebook. If there were a link, I would probably include it in there. And this would just go out to Facebook like that. Then you see for Instagram, it's different. We have, the Instagram specific hashtags that we're doing for it. Then we have it going out on LinkedIn. Again, it's slightly different for LinkedIn. And then, sorry, I thought there was one other platform I was going to, but there is not. But you can set that for your different platforms. So that way, if it's on it going to Instagram and you want it to say link in bio, it can say link in bio. If you want to include the link for LinkedIn and Facebook, you can include the link there. There's a lot, like you can use the specificity that you want to when you're using a scheduler without having to go in and make the same post, but again and again and again. Because I think that's kind of a little bit more what happens when people are taking their post from Facebook and then copy and paste it to Instagram and then copy and paste it to, it's a lot. So we just talked a little bit about the cross posting, why you want to do it, but how you want to adjust for it. So making sure that, your LinkedIn post is a little bit more professional, and using a scheduler can help you easily adjust what you need to adjust there. So you can maintain consistency, efficiency, and reach with cross-posting. And this is where each platform's format, adjusting the sizes, use the link in bio on Instagram, but not on Facebook or LinkedIn, the watermark removal. Now, if you are going to create your Reels or TikToks in something like Instagram or TikTok, that's totally fine. They do have great builders for their, or editors for their videos, but when you download it from there, it's going to have your Instagram logo. Every platform has said that they do suppress the reach of any video that has the logo on it, a logo of another brand on it. So using something like SnapTik app, if it's a TikTok that it's coming from, there's it's like a Snap Instagram one as well. Just Google Instagram download or Instagram Reels downloader, TikTok downloader, and that will at least let you take that watermark off. But that is why I recommend creating in something like CapCut, because it's not going to have a watermark, and it'll be easy to just post everywhere. And then adapting your language so you can be specific in what you're posting to the different platforms. And the last section is going to focus on using chatbots. So this has really become popular this year, and they seem fancy and, oh my gosh, how did they do that so fast? But they are actually really simple, and I love that. So the chatbots, you put your post together, you put it up there, and you use the one that I recommend is ManyChat, because it is an Instagram approved chatbot. There are not a lot that are, so I definitely do recommend ManyChat for it. This is going to allow somebody to comment on your post and say, like some of you did to sign up for this webinar, you would say me, and then I didn't have it set up right away when I started doing this. So Michaela, I think you didn't get that right away when you signed up for it that way, but you would say me, and then it would instantly, it goes and it sends a message to you that says, hey, we saw that you commented. Here's the link to the webinar. We're looking forward to having you there. And then it also replies on the comment and says something like, hey, check your DMs. So it makes it easier because so much has shifted on social media, where sending people to the link in bio on Instagram, on TikTok is so much less effective. And we know that people aren't going to stop what they're doing to go, oh, I want to sign up for this webinar. So I'm going to click on the Soultivity Studio, and then I'm going to go to the link in the bio, and I'm going to find the right link to click on, and then I'm going to give you my information. No, you're going to say, oh yeah, I'm interested in that. And then I'm going to say, here's your link, because that's going to make it so much easier for you to click the link, sign up, put your name in, and then be able to attend the webinar. So it also gives 24/7 availability. I definitely do not check my social media, after 9 o'clock at night, before 7 o'clock in the morning. That's just like my phone goes into do not disturb then. But if somebody comments at 3 o'clock in the morning, they're still going to get that link right away. It's still going to be that instant sign up, that it's much more effective. If people get the link the next day, they're gonna be like, wait, what did I do? I don't remember this. Okay, I don't know what this is all about. We'll worry about that later. And they never go back to it. So you can set it up for personalization and efficiency. And I'm going to show you here. This is the interface of ManyChat, and you can do so many things in it. Again, they have a free program for it. They also have a paid version of it, and I think it's like 14, 15 bucks a month. So it's not a huge investment if you have to go beyond the free one, but you can definitely start with the free one there. So what you can do then is set up automations. So here you're going to see some of this is in English, some of this is in Spanish. My team is multilingual. Unfortunately, I'm the only person I struggle in Spanish. But so what we can do is when a person comments on this post or this reel, so you see this was a reel that we posted a little while ago. The trigger is when they say me, the public reply is, hey, I just sent you a DM, just sent you the link, check your DMs. It'll change, it'll just alternate through those. And then it will send the link. So then it says, then it goes, hi, I saw that you're interested in streamlining your social media. Here's the link. I hope to see you there. And you set it up here once, and you never have to worry about it again. You can't do it for previous posts that have already been posted, but you can set it up for your future posts going. So that's been a total game changer in terms of being able to effectively communicate and not overstretch how much time you need to spend on social media to give the people what you're trying to get to them. So that is a lot of what we have here. I saw that Alves and Becky were having a conversation. You can only schedule the graphic posts, but the article shows that you can and can't do for Instagram. So I think that clarifies it. And then she said, does this work for reels or just posts? I'm thinking that I have to click on that link to find out. So I'm hoping Alves can answer that. But first off, I want to ask, does anyone have any questions from what we've gone over in this workshop? Anything that you're looking to? I remember looking into it a while back too, and seeing that it was more expensive. And I was like, oh, I don't want to pay for that. But yeah, there's a free option. So definitely worth it. And does ManyChat work for reels? Yes, it does. I had it on some of my reels recently. I see it in action, especially on all of the recipe ones that I follow on my personal page, where you just say like recipe and they send you the recipe for it. Is it only for specific apps? It actually goes for a lot of different ones. If you go back to the home page, you can see so new automation. So they have all of these different like templates that you can build an email list in Instagram. Instagram is one of their big focuses, but I think you can use it in other ones as well. You might not be like I don't use TikTok much, but yeah, from Instagram to YouTube, you can redirect people, launch giveaway and Instagram comments. So there are, or you can start from scratch. So, yeah, a lot of those are pro. So thought that it was for more than I honestly do think it's for more than Instagram. It might just be because only my Instagram account is connected that it shows up here. So I apologize for not having that full answer. But I would just say, like, play around with it, because there's so many things. You know, if somebody replies to your story, same thing you can do. I don't want to do that. You know, they react to it, then you just go through, set it up. It's pretty easy to do. A little bit of a learning curve, but ultimately it makes it so much easier. All right. Other questions that people have about any of the AI stuff from today? Do you have any recommendations for batching stories? I really struggle with staying consistent. Ooh, that's a good one. Yes. So personally, I would do those similar to how you would do posts or reels for batching. Now, sometimes you want it to be in the moment too. So, but what you can also do is, if say you want to have some what my day looks like post or behind the scenes kind of content, first thing, no one is going to know if you did that today or if you did that last week. So you can always use that to get ahead and just plan it. You know, those days when you have the perfect cup of coffee that you're pouring and you're like, oh, this is picture perfect, and you want to do that, take that picture and then put out, look at your next Wednesday and say, okay, on my to-do list today, client check-in, this, that, the other thing, and just, post that as your day-to-day. But, honestly, you can use ChatGPT too to help you come up with those story prompts. So if you say, I want to show up on my stories, 3 times a week, so I need 12 story prompts for the month of May. I want to do posts that are stories that are, more about behind the scenes of the business, more about my day to day, this, and that, whatever it is that's specific to your business. Great. Pop in with those type of, whatever you're looking for your stories to be, and just get the post prompts from it. And then you can run with it. Some schedulers allow you to schedule. I know in Meta Business Suite, you can schedule stories in advance. Sched Social lets you schedule them in advance. I don't believe Metricool does. But the rest, there are ways to schedule it in advance, or even just create it in advance and save it to a specific album on your phone that you can just go to. All right, other questions? All right, so just to wrap up, I know that social media has so many things to it. I have one upcoming webinar that I am super excited about that I do want to share with you guys. It's actually going to be with me and the fabulous Fabiana, who is with us today, who is my amazing video editor. We are going to be doing a joint workshop. So that way everyone in it is able to walk away with your phone set to the right video recording settings. You're going to be able to, fully feel a lot more confident in what you're setting up for your videos that you're filming. You're going to learn how to light yourself, to frame yourself, to use tips and tricks to elevate your videos, learning on-screen camera techniques, and ways to just increase the viewer retention. So, and plus you're going to get like tangible worksheets, ideas, and tips to support yourself in your content creation. So there's going to be a lot in it. It's coming up on May 14th. It is going to be a lightly paid workshop because there's a lot that's going into it, and you are going to literally walk away with worksheets, downloads, all sorts of things to support you in your journey. Your phone is going to be set up, and you are going to have that shiny look that you're always like, why don't my videos look like that? This is going to help you to get there. So if you'd like to sign up, I'm doing an exclusive offer for anyone in this webinar watching it live or the replay. for $7. It is just for today only. So if you are interested, I'll drop the link into the chat. I'll also send it in the follow-up email with this if you want to sign up for it. So there is that. It doesn't have a proper landing page yet, but I will make sure that you get all of the information as soon as it is available. But so if you're interested, it's just $7 until 9 o'clock Eastern time today, 6 o'clock Pacific time. So I would hope to see you there if that's something that is interesting to you. So thank you all so much for attending. If there's any other questions, I'm happy to stick around and answer them. If not, look out for my email follow-up later, where we'll have the replay of this and then also more information about the new exciting, I forget the name of it, from Scroll to Stop Elevating Your Reels game. There we go. So thank you all so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Erin.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
We're going to sign up, so send us the link.
You got it. I will definitely do.
Bye.
Bye.